So there were a lot of crazy books that came out this week, but I think the biggest deal this week is definitely Shazam #1. This is a long time coming, and I believe Geoff Johns said when he was the editor-in-chief of DC before I think he either got fired from that position or stepped down, he told everybody that they can't use Shazam because he's going to be using them. So, how did this turn out? Well, I'm actually surprised that this is, like, really good. Now, this is $4.99, and it could have been $3.99, but there is a backup story, kind of. There's like a second mini story in it that we didn't really need. They just needed a reason to make it $5. And also, it's kind of this sequel to these backup stories about the retelling of Shazam back in the New 52, and I believe that was collected into a trade, so I'm gonna try and pick that up. But this is like technically the sequel to that because, well, you see the kids on this cover? Yeah, they also have superpowers, and they also basically are a bunch of Shazams. And those kids are in his foster house that Billy Batson lives with, and they all have powers. How'd that happen? I got no idea. But apparently that happened in the backup stories. So it starts off, we see Billy Batson go to the wizard that grants him this powers of Shazam. And Billy Batson is at a museum for a field trip, and there are these robbers, and obviously, here you go. Awesome page right here. And the art in this is great. I mean, come on, this is some awesome art. And they all have, it's kind of like that Spider-Man Homecoming scene where they have like a bunch of masks. They have a Batman, Flash, Green Lantern mask, which is kind of funny. And there's a cool scene here where Shazam actually catches the bullet in his mouth. He gets shot in the mouth and he catches the bullet, which was pretty cool. And also, like I said, his foster, the foster kids are also have superpowers, and they are the Lightning League, or I think that's like what some kid called them. And there's a funny scene where the cops are talking to them, and they're saying, so who should we make this out to? And, you know, they're trying to file the report, and they're trying to figure out, like, the name of their team, and then one of the cops says, let's just say Superman did it, which is kind of funny. They go back to their house, they eat dinner, and there's a lot of chemistry between the kids, and I like that a lot. Then they all go upstairs and say that they're doing homework, and they go to the Rock of Eternity, which is, there's like this temple that the wizard that gave Shazam his powers, that's where, like, he was, and it's got all, like, the symbols and the chairs and stuff like that. And which also has the Rock of Eternity. And one of the kids finds this subway thingy, which they call it the station, and they're looking around, they see a map of the Magic Lands, which is something, I guess, we'll find out what that's about. And they flip a lever, and there's a knock at the door of their foster home, and their parents answer, and it's Shazam, but oh no, it's actually Billy Batson's dad? What? So that's weird, I guess, but pretty cool, and I kind of interested to see where this goes. There's also a backup story about one of the foster kids named Mary, how she ran away from home, and there's a cute scene where she's like, oh, hey, Santa, and, you know, her and Santa are talking, and then Santa actually calls the cops, and, you know, because Mary is laying in the cold on a front stoop of a store, and it shows chemistry between her and Freddie and how they were the first foster kids in the home, and then eventually Billy Batson and the other ones got into there, and then we cut to this part where this before the beginning of the issue, so then it's like, oh, Billy's calling about this thing, we gotta go, and then they go to the museum, and so, I mean, there was honestly no point in that. This could have been $3.99 if they took that out, which I would have liked better, but because it's Shazam #1 and the movie's coming out, they had to make it $4.99. So they added the story, and don't get me wrong, the story was good. The short story was good. I especially liked that scene with Santa and Mary. That was a very cute scene, but you didn't need it. You really didn't need it. But yeah, so this was good. The art was good. and the writing was good. The chemistry between all the kids is really good, and I like it a lot. And they act like kids, even when they're adults and they turn into the Shazams or whatever. And I like it. I like this book, and I'm gonna get the second issue. Maybe I'll think about it when it comes out. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna get the second issue. I want to, but I'm still not sure. I'm debating whether or not I should. So guys, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, why don't you give this video a like and check out some of the other videos we have here posted on the channel. If you like those videos as well as this one, why don't you consider subscribing to the channel as well. And also, comment down below if you are reading the Shazam series and let me know what you think, and we can continue the conversation down there. So guys, I'll see you in the next one.